Hey guys, welcome back to our part 2 of the E3 discussions on Wired.
And Witty.
Alright, so we're going to now talk about some Ubisoft press conferences. Now, I know Ubisoft has burned us hard in the fucking past. Don't get me wrong. My ass still is kind of like bleeding a little bit. Yeah. I think it's starting to scar over from Watch Dogs, the first one.
Yep.
So, as well as, Tom Clancy, that opened it back up. And I had to go back in for surgery. So, every time Ubisoft kind of gets up on stage, I will take it with a little bit of grain of salt. But overall, I like the press conference. But let's go ahead and talk about some of my favorite highlights about it. First off, the Mario Little Rabbids game. I thought that was awesome. That was so fucking cool. And it was kind of adorable too when Miyamoto fucking gave kudos to one of the developer guys and got all misty-eyed and teary-eyed. And I totally understand that. It's like getting approval from like the god of video games, like you did good, my son. It's like, thanks, Dad.
thanks, Mario Dad.
Thanks, Mario Dad. But no, because when they first started showing, I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? You're walking around collecting some coins with stupid fucking rabbits, and then they were like, then the combat started. I'm like, wait, what? They keep mentioning we're tactical. And then it's straight out of XCOM. I was fucking yes! And it makes me so want to own a Switch. It looks so fun, and it's cute. And yes, that was a great start. Yeah, Miyamoto kind of stood on stage a little long, but you got to give respect to the guy. Anytime he has more words to say, you let him, because he's earned that. So, what were your thoughts about the Mario Rabbids little thing?
I put those Rabbids into the same category that I put Minions. Little short things that just go nah. And I really don't see the appeal. Yeah. And my dog. I hate it when my dog does it, and I hate it when I have to deal with it in a video game. But I will give them props for bringing on Miyamoto. I mean, I thought that was really cool. Yeah, it was kind of awkward when they were talking to each other. It felt like, like you and your foreign dad and your best friend's foreign dad trying to find a middle ground. Like, it was just weird for me. But I don't know. I will say this: the game looks amazing. Like the visual aspect of it and the combat mechanics look awesome. I was very impressed with that. Mm-hmm. I will probably... Would I play it if I could get over the whole rabbit thing? I mean, I would have preferred if it was just straight up Mario. Like if this was at Nintendo's conference and I could have done without the rabbits, but
it's
still
a cute thing. It looks like they're trying to combine and
and I'm liking that Nintendo is reaching out to other developers and reaching they're bridging the gap. It's always been like Sony and Microsoft against each other, never working together. So it's nice that Nintendo Dad is coming out and saying, "I love all of you."
Absolutely, and that's Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I'm really looking forward to that. They went on to talk about the crew too. The trailer was cool looking. We didn't really see much gameplay. I wasn't completely blown away by the first one, and I'm not really looking at.
Yeah, so here's the thing with that, is that I instantly, anytime I hear a bunch of bombs and you spend that much money and time trying to recreate a trailer that looks like...
something out of Fast and Furious,
Inception, and Doctor Strange had a baby, your game is going to suck. I know that game is going to suck.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, this is going to suck.
Especially how they showed no gameplay. It was all CGI thing. It's like, it's going to be bad.
It doesn't feature Terry Crews, so kind of mad about that. So, I mean, I get the appeal. Yeah, shut up, dog. Probably can't hear him because every time I say I'm sorry.
I love racing games. I really do. Yeah. But the crew doesn't have that.
I mean, really, I'm just a jack of all trades. I'm in the sky. I'm in the ocean. I'm in
my favorite kind of racing games are the ones that have a progression to them, to where as you get better at racing, you get better sort of cars and upgrades for said cars. And then you have like different kind of classes of cars, so you need to beef up different kinds of cars. And as you get better and get to the more advanced races, as does your car. Like that's where not to mention customization. I do love customization. Yeah. And this looks like it has features really none of that. It's just throw in, turn off your brain, and
then you like fly or sail or do whatever through different. Like if I want, like why don't I just go play Grand Theft Auto online? Like why don't I just go do that? Why should I buy your game?
Yeah, as you can see, we're probably not going to be purchasing the Crew 2. No. They went on to discuss like a little creepy looking VR game. I'm kind of intrigued.
Yeah, that looked cool,
really trippy and neat.
That would probably fuck with you more than Resident Evil did when it was on VR. Like I think, like it looks like it's going to be like real video with special effects, and that's what it looks like it's going to be, and it's just going to be a sensory overload. I'm holding my breath until I see more.
Yeah, I want to see more, but I was definitely it intrigued me.
Yeah,
and they went on to talk about Skull and Bones. That looks dope because I love Black Flag, the best fucking pirate game hands down.
Yeah,
and especially when you got into like naval combat, it just felt so good to sink other ships, and now they basically create an entire game around that.
Yeah,
I hope it's good. I really hope
honestly
it's good.
think it. I think it will be. Here's my view about that whole mechanic is that I think that they they didn't think it was going to be as well received as it was, and so they've just been kind of riding that for a while, and then. Now they've come up with this, and I think it's going to be great. Like if I could seriously see this becoming something competitive that people could make money off of. Like like esports. Like I seriously think they should have something like this for esports because this is strategy. This is like everything that I saw in that trailer, excluding what they normally do whenever they make a trailer like this, which is have a bunch of like ships crashing into one another and get some like 80s, 90s pop song sung by either like a really young child or a very breathy woman. If you don't believe me, then look at World of Warcraft's latest trailer for their last expansion. Same exact fucking thing. But like when they actually got into the gameplay, I was like, wow, like this looks really, and I hope that what they were showing is how it actually is, or even better, because this looks really good, and I think this is gonna be huge for them.
If done right. Again, that's why I don't like getting my hopes so done like super high for Ubisoft. But again, they got the mechanic already. They just need to add to it and don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
All right, the next thing I just want to take a giant shit all over is Starlink. The fuck, little fucking goddamn Lego amiibos for the Ubisoft so we can make some fucking toys.
Like everyone's over that now.
So we can make some fucking little stupid ass toy that does nothing except connects some fucking, and it looks like it awkwardly connects onto your fucking controller.
Yeah, like
and you got this piece of shit fucking hanging off, which is probably gonna fly out while you're playing this stupid ass game. Even the game looked like dog shit.
Like you're not Nintendo, dude. And with Nintendo, you just put it on there, you take it off. Like, and they're more for collectible reasons than anything.
Right.
And it's like, Nintendo does it right.
It's not gonna work. I guarantee you, this Starlink game is gonna fail tremendously.
Never gonna happen.
Because you don't have the character. That's the reason why your Skylanders, your Amiibos, and shit like that sell
people
very well.
People like the character.
They like the character. This doesn't really have a character. It's a fucking little battleship, and all of them look really stupid. They look like giant flying butt plugs with like arms. Yeah. So they got like the douche arms from like Sausage Party with the freaking butt plug. Bro, I think that game's dog shit and it looks dumb. I'm sorry.
I mean, unless you like it, then good for you. This is just.
It's not for me. That's all I'm gonna say. If it's for you, hey, to each his own. Right? It takes all kinds.
Yeah.
The next thing, which I was actually really impressed by, which was Far Cry 5, and as I got to actually not only watching their little cinematic gameplay, I mean, how they have like professional little cinematic players playing it, but then you got when I saw more footage being played like on the stages of like IGN and other media that was out there, and more explanation from them, I kind of really have high hopes for this game, because they even discuss of how most of Far Cry's are laid out. You go take over the tower and then you get all the viewpoints. They're like, no, that's not like this at all. You don't do that. It's like you just go around and you have to kind of almost find out where the bad guys are just through exploration.
I find it hard to believe that it took you 5 games to figure that out. And, like, I'm sorry, but fool me once.
More than that if you count Primal.
Yeah, Primal. Like, I'm sorry, but I think, like, really? Like, you just discovered this? Like, what I'm worried about is that it's gonna have good intentions, and it's just gonna be like, it's gonna suck. But I'm hoping it's good.
I think they, like you said, they have good intentions. Hopefully, they execute it right. I'll definitely wait to see some reviews on it. I'm not gonna go out and spend $60 on a game that I don't quite trust fully. But it definitely perked my interest. It really I was more impressed with it than I have been any sort of Far Cry game that has come out in the past. Other than maybe 3 got me a little stoked, and I actually did get that one, and I spent some decent time, but I never beat it just because I got bored of it. It turned into doing the same thing over and over
again. Yeah.
And the bad guy was cool as fuck, but there wasn't enough story.
That's the thing, is like the characters they make.
The bad guys, they make a great bad guy.
Because who you are could be a bag of rice. Who cares? Like, that's basically the personality of every protagonist that they have. But like the bad guys, man, and the enemies and the characters that you interact with, man, always good. I just wish it could be better.
And then they wrapped up the show with a huge fan request, which was the Beyond Good and Evil 2. And the trailer was great. It sucks we didn't get to see any real gameplay, but it was a very well done trailer. Not to mention it's a prequel, which I think is actually really smart because Beyond Good and Evil is just kind of an aged game right now. Where I think it's better if you're going to attract the newer. You're gonna want to attract a newer audience. So to do that, you put a prequel to where you get them developed in your story, and then they'll go through and probably play the original to get that extra little fill. And I will admit, I feel really bad. I do have Beyond Good and Evil, the original, on my PlayStation 3. It was on a sale. I still have yet to beat it, though. I've never actually beaten this game, but I've heard nothing but great things, and it is on my to-do list, like many other things. Yeah. But I thought that was very smart that they finally answered the plea of many gamers out there clamoring for a sequel to this game.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's anything like what the trailer is, sure. I like the F word as much as anybody, but my God, I was like, all right, I get it. Like I get it. But what about South Park? Like,
oh shit, I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Well, yeah, dude, South Park, I'm buying that fucking game.
Yeah.
And then they had the little mobile game, which looks cute. Yeah. I mean, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for this, and it's getting very close. So we will get that if it doesn't get delayed again in October. And it really sucks. There's actually 3 games that I really want to buy, and all of them come out within a week of each other. Yeah. And I'm not going to be able to buy them all, not so much because of a money thing, but more because of a time thing. Because if I buy 3 fucking games, I'm not going to be able to play. Like, 2 of them are going to just sit there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to probably choose between 2 of them, and I kind of have our idea. But I'll talk about that later. But yeah, no, South Park. And then they didn't do it on the actual Ubisoft press conference, but they did it in a playthrough after the fact. And it was a fucking strip club scene.
Yeah.
Where you're giving a fucking lap dance to the old guy and farting on him.
Yeah. Like, for me, it's basically just watching like a really long episode of South Park.
Exactly.
So,
and nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I love the stick of truth. Now, and here's the thing, guys, too. I will... like I said, I'm 100% picking up the game, so that is one of my games I will be buying. And I'm already I've already have a plan for how I'm going to do it for the channel. Is I'm going to do it no commentary, just because I have a feeling I'm just going to be so enveloped and I'm going to be laughing my ass off.
What our channel is completely about is commentary.
Yeah, I'm for this particular game, I'm not going to do a commentary, just because it's just going to be a laugh track of me. Wow. So I'll be playing it and doing some recording for it, so you can see my entire playthrough. I think it'll still be. It's mostly for like me, but I want to do it for the channel as well, so you guys can see my playthrough. Yeah, and then they did the stupid ass fucking Just Dance. I mean, I get it. There's people out there that love that game.
I'll give it to them.
It makes them money.
Yeah, it makes them money, and like a lot of people like it, and I can see the fun in it, and if you keep making that better, go ahead. Like it's their FIFA. Like
Yeah. And there could be worse. It could be bad, and like the same thing every year. And,
yeah, I mean, at least with
football.
this, they always they seem to innovate it at least every time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like more of the same. So there's that, and then there's Steep, which I don't really care about. I mean,
no, not at all.
Yeah.
And I think about covers at least the big stuff for Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so.
All right, so. What was your best in show for the Ubisoft conference? What did you love the most?
I guess Beyond Good and Evil, if I had to pick one.
Okay. So Beyond Good and Evil was your best in show.
Mm-hmm.
My best in show was the Mario Rabbids. I loved it. I am sorry. It was a great way to start the show. And it was a game that took me completely by surprise and makes me want to own a Switch. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was a great thing. My honorable mention... would be Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Yours too, I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
I'm
it's
thoroughly
good,
impressed with them.
Again, I probably won't reserve it right away until I see a little bit more and we get closer to launch. But I got my eye on it.
Yeah, it's sort of like when your dog accidentally knocks over a bunch of paint and it becomes something beautiful. It's like, oh, look at a happy accident you made. Good job.
Oh, man. And then my could care less, I think I made it obvious, was Just Dance. Again, that's not me saying fuck you for liking it. I don't care if you like the game or not. It's obviously, I'm not going to get up here and dance in front of a TV screen. If you do, more props to you. What was your could care less about
Steep.
the show? Steep. Okay. I could, yeah.
Yeah.
My overall report card for it, I give it a very solid A+. I know that's pretty high, but I liked it through and through.
I'll give it a B
minus maybe like a little bit, but what?
B minus.
A B minus?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a fair grade for it. Well, that's going to wrap it up for Ubisoft. Let us know what you guys really liked about the Ubisoft press conference. And don't forget to tell your buddies about us, and do come back and join us next time on Wired.
And Witty.
We're going to talk about our buddies, Microsoft.
Shit all over.
No.